Hey everyone, and welcome to our new video. This is the Philips HC9450 hair clipper. We've put this thing through the ringer for you, and we're breaking down everything you'll need to know in this video. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the specs and tech for the 9450. First up is the battery life. Clocking in at 2 hours, this thing is definitely leading the pack in our tests. Philips also scores big points with its charging time of just 1 hour. The fact that it works corded is a nice bonus, but with that 2-hour battery life, we think you'll barely ever need to plug it in while cutting anyway. The cutting range goes up to 42 millimeters, taking first place in our lineup. It really leaves the competition in the dust when it comes to its length settings. You can adjust the combs in 0.1 millimeter increments between 0.5 and 42 millimeters. We haven't seen that kind of detailed precision on any other device we've looked at. The only gap in the system is between 0.5 and 1 millimeter, but with 400 selectable intervals, we can let that slide. Aside from that, there are some cool features worth mentioning. Along with digital touch controls, you get a turbo mode for thick hair and a small but high-quality accessory kit. We'll get to that in a bit. By the way, if you want to know where to get the best deal on this clipper, check out the description below. We've put a price comparison link there, along with a direct link to the product on Amazon. That all sounded great on paper, but honestly, our first impression in our hands-on test was a bit of a letdown. The front panel looks a bit cheap, and the power button feels kind of wobbly and insecure to us. Plus, the unit is pretty bulky and, at around 70 decibels, fairly loud. For this price point, we expected a bit more build quality. However, all things considered, the 9450 actually performed pretty well in our practice run. The curved shape gives you a solid grip, especially when you're cutting your own hair. It's also pleasantly light at 194 grams and doesn't vibrate nearly as much as other models. Once you snap on one of the 3 combs, you adjust the length via the touchscreen. It uses a digital swipe interface. You basically swipe up or down to select the millimeter setting. The motorized comb automatically adjusts to the length. No manual dials needed. It worked great in our tests, though swiping through large intervals can get a little tedious. To help with that, Philips added a memory function. Tapping the little M lets you save up to 3 specific lengths. That speeds things up so you don't have to remember or write down your settings from last time. Next, let's see how Philips handled the actual cutting. We looked at 2 main areas: working close to the skin with the bare blade and cutting longer hair with the combs. Since Remo prefers the bald look, let's start with the trimming. At this point, we'd like to share the impression we had when using the Philips clipper for a cut. When you're running a blade right against your scalp, feeling safe is crucial. You need a well-made blade for that, and this one definitely delivers. We found no sharp edges where you feel like, I might scratch myself or cut my skin. Quite the opposite. The blade is actually flattened and curved slightly toward the tip, giving you that extra confidence you need when going right against the skin. Plus, the cutting length is extremely short, which, combined with the precision blade, gives a very clean cut. We were able to shave a whole head in no time with very few passes. Heat buildup is always an issue, but it's not as bad here as with cheaper units. We could feel it getting warm, sure, but it heats up much slower, and the peak temp feels lower than on budget models. That covers trimming. Now let's look at cutting longer hair with the combs. Since Remo's hair didn't grow back fast enough, we grabbed a mannequin head. We named him Eddie. Eddie rocks 100% real hair, making him perfect for our test. Our resident wannabe barber, Chris, gave it a shot, and lo and behold, the machine had no trouble taming the mop. It caught most hairs quickly, and we could really feel the difference compared to cheaper clippers like the Remington. Gliding through the hair is easier, and fewer touch-up passes are needed. If the hair gets too thick, the turbo mode kicks in automatically. It gets louder for a second, but you get a noticeable power boost. Bottom line, good results. But honestly, for this price, that's exactly what we expect. Just a quick reminder, you can find the link to this Philips clipper in the description below. And if this video helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Eddie is happy. The job's done. Now what? Clean up time. Obviously, you need to clean the device, but with the 9450, you have to pass on using water for that. Blowing it out and going in with the brush is the way to go. A fully washable unit would have been nicer, sure. But to be fair, most clippers we reviewed can't handle water anyway. But what about the blade? Won't it get dull? Like many competitors, Philips claims to have self-sharpening blades. It won't last forever, obviously, but you should be set for quite a while without issues. Unlike the kits from Hattaker or Remington, Philips comes with a relatively small accessory bundle, but it feels higher quality. The essentials in this pack are the 3 combs and the charging dock, as well as the charging adapter. The cleaning brush is obviously crucial too. As a nice bonus, they include a pretty premium-feeling travel pouch as well. Let's wrap this up. The Philips 9450 is a mid to high-range clipper, and it lives up to that classification. Aside from a slightly underwhelming first impression regarding the build quality, it packs a lot of useful features and does its main job, trimming and cutting, very well. If you're looking to ditch the barber for good, we think this device is a solid choice.
So,
So
diese
we've
Kante
checked
da
this
habe ich
hair
mir
clipper
heute
for you.
gesteckt. Wenn
If
euch
you're
das
interested
Video
in the
interessiert,
product,
dann
check the
schaut mal
description
unten in die
below. You can
Videobeschreibung
find
und
all the
dort habe
links
ich den
there.
Haarschneider für euch verlinkt.
Otherwise, stick around.
Ansonsten bleibt
Our
mir nur
Endcard
noch
will
euch zu
hopefully
empfehlen,
provide a
den
few
Kanal zu
more
abonnieren,
interesting
falls
video
euch das Video
suggestions for
gefällt.
you.